How's everybody? We're back talking some more MCU on the channel with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. As we closed out Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this was a film that I was very much excited for because it looked so great from the previews leading up to it, even if I knew that potentially the film could break me just because we are still dealing with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, now forging forward into the future of the franchise without his presence leading the way, which is still hitting me pretty hard even after witnessing the film. In the wake of King T'Challa's death, invading forces from around the world target Wakanda's vibranium, along with the emergence of a mysterious civilization from the sea, so it's up to Shuri, M'Baku, Nakia, Okoye, and the rest of Wakanda to protect the nation while forging a new path forward for themselves. With such a tall task in front of him, I think Ryan Coogler was able to do a fantastic job crafting this immensely powerful, emotional film that effectively worked as a gorgeous tribute to Chadwick's legacy, while also building upon the themes that made the first film so strong in the first place, and I think he improved a lot of the things from the first film as well. Much like most sequels, Wakanda Forever is much bigger in scope and scale, but it's still able to manage to tell an intimate, heartfelt story at its core, and I think that is one of the best elements to this film, because I feel like this is probably one of the most intimate stories that an MCU film has ever told so far. Since we witness all of these different characters go through the grieving process of losing T'Challa, since at the film's core, this film is about legacy and healing from that pain and forging a new path forward, showcased best through Letitia Wright and Angela Bassett's characters, but it's still extremely emotional seeing how every character is dealing with the loss of King T'Challa. It was very emotional. It's probably one of the most emotional moments of any MCU project because of the fact we are dealing with the loss of Chadwick Boseman and King T'Challa at the exact same time. His presence is sorely missed here, and you can tell that everyone involved in this wanted to make a great film to honor his legacy. This entire cast here is phenomenal, but I do have to give a lot of kudos to Letitia Wright stepping up to the plate and leading this film, and I really like the arc that we go on with her in Wakanda Forever. Of course, I don't want to go into too many details because it could potentially be considered spoilers, but I was very impressed with her character just all around in the film. Same goes for Angela Bassett, who honestly gives an awards-worthy performance with the emotion she puts on display in so many of the powerful scenes that she has all throughout the film's runtime. Wakanda Forever does juggle a lot of different elements over its 2 hours and 40 minutes, and usually you don't feel the runtime. I'm gonna be honest, there are some times where you do feel the runtime, predominantly in the second act of the film. That's where it slows down a lot. But for the most part, it does have a way of making the runtime not feel as long. Thanks to the way that the film is structured, you have a whole lot of gut punches, but also your usual spectacle you come to expect from a big MCU film, and that spectacle portion of Wakanda Forever is just as awesome, just in a different way. Because outside of the emotional elements, the story for Wakanda Forever is very compelling, dealing with the various different power struggles, one of the most intriguing ones revolving around, of course, the villain of the film, Namor. Honestly, both him and the Underwater Nation in general, I found to be so intriguing as we learn more about them, and just the underwater sequences in general in the film are so breathtaking. Plus just all the culture on display once again in Wakanda Forever. That was one of the best parts of the first film, but as someone of Mexican heritage, that meant a lot to me personally. If you're gonna give a Disney Plus show to anybody, I would love to get a Disney Plus show just surrounding these people, because I think it would be very interesting to learn more about them outside of Wakanda Forever. For me, at least, I think Namor, or Namor as we're calling him now in Wakanda Forever, this is probably one of the best new character introductions in all of Phase 4, and a large part of that, I think, is due to the actor portraying him, Tenoch Huerta. He really brings a lot to the character just with how unique this portrayal is, and as we learn more about him, there is this balance of sympathy, while also still finding him pretty intimidating in every battle that he's a part of. I think he actually is a part of some of the best fights, and not even just in Wakanda Forever, but in all of Phase 4. The man is a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield with these big, epic, full-scale battles. The action in Wakanda Forever is amazing, whether it's involving them or it's involving the Black Panther themselves. The new person in the Black Panther costume, I love the costume. I think it's a great design. It's one of those things that's tough to discuss because it is kind of a spoiler, even though most people now have guessed who the new Black Panther is, but I don't want to be that person. There's always going to be that one person in the comment section, if I talk about it openly, they're going to say I spoiled the film for them. So just know that the new Black Panther, they're pretty amazing. I think you're going to like them. It's a unique suit, and I love just the movement and flow of the battles that they have in the film, and that's where I'm going to leave it, I guess. So there's that. Pretty much everybody gets time to shine, though, when it comes to the battle sequences, though. Shuri, M'Baku, Okoye get some pretty badass ones, and even the character I've not really mentioned at all, the other big introduction to the MCU here, Riri Williams. Dominique Thorne is now Riri Williams in the MCU, and I think she did a great job with the role here she had in Wakanda Forever. She kind of embodies the essence of the character that I expected from the comics, and the suit that she has in this, it's pretty great when we see it in action. It has me much more excited for her own show that's coming out next year, Ironheart. I think after this and the way she's introduced, we're gonna have a lot more Riri Williams fans. Another heavy hitter for Wakanda Forever is all of the music, whether it's the score or just the soundtrack in general. Both of them are amazing. Ludwig Göransson once again gives us another stellar score for Wakanda Forever, and I can very much see at least an Oscar nomination on the way once again for this score. And the two new songs we get from Rihanna here after such a long hiatus from her from music, they are amazing. You hear them in the credits as the credits are rolling. You actually hear one of them already. There's already one of those two songs out right now if you haven't listened to it already. But I don't know. Could we see Rihanna also get nominated for an Oscar for all of this? It's very likely. I could see there's some potential Oscar buzz for this film, at least in the technical categories. Maybe a Best Picture nom once again. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. With how we end things in Wakanda Forever, it does have me very intrigued the direction where we're going to take many of these different characters, whether it be the characters in Wakanda, the future of Namor, and of course we know that we're going to see Riri Williams once again very soon in her own series, but I don't know. There's a lot of different directions we could see the story going, especially after a very moving mid-credit scene. There is a mid-credit scene, so make sure you stick around for that. But yeah, all around, Wakanda Forever I think is a great sequel to the original film. It's gripping, it's emotional, and very uplifting with the way that it weaves its intimate story around comic book film spectacle. It's a lot to take in, but I think that Ryan Coogler was able to pull off this amazing film despite the circumstances around it, and I think they did a great job honoring Chadwick Boseman's legacy. So make sure you share your thoughts down below. What did you think of Black Panther Wakanda Forever once you get a chance to check out the film? Did you like the film? Did you not like the film? Were you emotional watching the film? Because honestly, there are a few parts in this that are some real tearjerker moments, especially if you do care so much about the character of T'Challa. Either way, share all your thoughts down below in the comment section. It's part of the funnest time to contact you guys in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching the reviews. I always do appreciate it. Make sure to like on the video. Also subscribe to the channel to update reviews, reactions, unboxings, and more. Next time, I'll see you guys later.